Today in this video, we're going to talk about the original sin in selling insurance, and that is called avoidance behavior. I'm going to tell you what that is and how you can avoid it. My name is David Duford, where I train and recruit agents to become top producers in selling things like final expense, Medicare, and annuities, both face-to-face and over the phone. And like I said, the purpose for this video is to talk about a big problem that a lot of agents seem to have, and that's called avoidance behavior. What I'm going to talk about is what avoidance behavior is and how and what steps you can take to avoid it. It is a very seductive sin to fall into, so you want to make sure that you avoid it to the best of your abilities. So first of all, what is avoidance behavior? Avoidance behavior is any activity that takes away from your primary directive as an insurance agent. What is your primary directive, you ask? Well, that is selling insurance policies. Simply put, there's nothing more important than the activity directly associated with you closing insurance policies. So anything, in other words, that isn't directly correlated with you making sales is avoidance behavior. The thing about avoidance behavior is that it looks on the surface like you're doing something productive. But actually, if you dig beneath the surface a little bit, you'll find that the avoidance behavior activity is actually deterring you away from seeing the people and closing. So what examples do I have of avoidance behavior, and what can you look out for that may cause you to fall into the trap of avoidance behavior? So bear with me. Some of this stuff you might even argue with me is not avoidance behavior, but I will argue as an insurance agent that's brand new, it absolutely positively is. First thing that comes to mind are agents who think they need to have a website. Well, hold on, what do you mean, a website? Don't I need a website this day and age? It's 2020. No, not really. At least if you're selling something like final expense, Medicare, or annuities, websites are not required. Sure, they're helpful, but spending your time trying to piecemeal together an elaborate website during your sales time is avoidance behavior. Again, if you think about it, on one hand, if you do a website that works well, you could generate all sorts of quality business, and this is true. But the truth of the matter is it takes a long time for a website to actually do anything for you. Ask anybody who's in the organic lead generation world in insurance. And it's one of those things that deters away from your primary directive, which is making sales right now or finding prospects to make sales to right now. So if you do a website, in any real avoidance behavior activity, as I'll get to later, you want to do this during your non-business hours, early in the morning, late at night, or on the weekends. What other avoidance behavior activities are there out there? And again, a lot of people won't agree with me here, but I don't care. And that is doing your own marketing. But wait a minute, Dave, isn't marketing important? I hear from people that say marketing is everything. You should be a master at marketing. Okay, yeah, that's probably true, but not for you, at least not in the beginning. A lot of people get into this business and think, I've got to learn how to do my own Facebook marketing. I want to pay wholesale for leads, not retail. I want to cut the middleman out. I want to master marketing for Facebook while I'm mastering the sales process for insurance. Well, here's the reality. While this is a fine goal to strive for, the problem is that if you do this and actually want to get good at it, it is at another skill set to focus on that will take time and effort to do so. And what that will eventually make you realize is that the time it takes to go and invest into a Facebook marketing program, there's going to invariably be time that gets taken away from doing the hard work of selling insurance. I recommend new agents focus on that, the hard work first, before they divert their attention away from doing something like marketing, okay? Doing their own marketing, for example, like Facebook. Other avoidance behavior activities is education, is preparation. And again, kind of sounds strange, but there is a time, there is a season for education. And that's either right in the beginning as you get ready to go sell, like in my agency, it's the 15 to 20 day upfront investment time that they should be doing studying. But what you don't want to be doing is once you know enough, really truly the real learning that comes in the insurance business is by seeing the people. It's by doing your primary directive. It's by taking what you've learned and applying it. And then setting aside time under non-normal work hours to sharpen the saw, to get better and refine your training or refine your abilities based on training. So in other words, don't do training in the middle of the day. Don't do training and think this is the secret to success. Well, it is kinda, but also the secret to success, which is not so much of a secret, is actually doing something with prospects, okay? Hopefully that's clear now. These are the three biggest things that pop into my mind as far as being what I would call avoidance behavior. And I'm not here to say that none of this is important. It's all important work, it really is. But there's a time and a place for it. And again, one of the things I learned that I really wish I would have figured out a lot faster is focus is necessary for both short-term and long-term success. I have found that in this phase of my career, as I've advanced in income and opportunity, all of the same things, the pressures in life apply. There are lots of shiny objects. There's lots of distractions that look good. They're seductive. They seem like they make sense. But they are distractions away from what really matters, what our core activity is. In other words, the Pareto principle, that 20% that results in 80% of our revenue. And you must guard the most limited asset that you have, which is your time, because there are people vying for that attention right now. And you must be aware of this. And for somebody who has been for years, and it took years of making stupid mistakes to finally realize this, of being distracted by the shiny objects. This is something, the sooner you can figure this out, the better. Find what is most important in your business and focus, triple down on that one thing and outsource everything else. Let somebody else handle that. And when we're talking about insurance sales, final expense or whatever, that is all about the craft and the mastery of selling insurance. Let the lead generation be handled by somebody else. Even the administration, as you get up and running, let that be handled by somebody else. Imagine yourself as having one solitary purpose in life, and that is talking and closing business over the phone, if you're a phone rep, or seeing people in their homes to close them on a policy. Do not let avoidance behavior get in the way of what really matters. I hope you enjoyed this video, and if you're looking for an agency to join, where you want to focus on becoming a top producing insurance agent, I recruit you. I recruit agents across the nation to do just that. Specifically, we focus in the senior market. That's the final expense, Medicare and annuity sales market. And we have sales and marketing systems for all of those, whether you want to sell over the phone or face-to-face. It's very simple to learn more. There should be something above me in one of the corners that will direct you to my website to learn more about my opportunity, or you can just simply go to the description box, click the link, or go to davidduford.com and check out how my agency works. And my name is David Duford, and I hope you enjoy this video. Don't avoid what your primary directive is. Take care.